Knicks Nation knows that we are the Italian mob over here in New York. All right, everything is about family. Everything is about family. All right. We hired Jalen Brunson's father to be the assistant coach to get Jalen Brunson here. All right. So you got that family. Then we got Tom Thibodeau, who damn near saw Jalen Brunson as a kid. All right. Pretty much raised the boy. I don't know. I'm exaggerating. But family. We got Leon Rose and Worldwide West and Leon Rose has his CA family, and he brings everybody here from CDAs. But anybody that goes against the family is in trouble, right? And we all know that CAA and Clutch Sports had beef. It's like the Bloods and the Crips. I don't know. It's not that deep, but that has been the rumor. And I cannot imagine that us trading for Cam Reddish and then benching him because Cam Reddish is a what? Clutch client. I can't imagine that did not smooth over relations. So big news came out today. Says Knicks Klutch Sports hashed out issues after Leon Rose, Rich Paul sit down, removing potential trade obstacles. Things that make you go, It says the Klutch Knicks Cold War has decidedly warmed up. Agent Rich Paul met with team president Leon Rose on Friday, his source told the Post, and things were hashed out during the sit down. The hope is to move forward with a business relationship per source. The timing of this all is very interesting. Very interesting because we all know, trade deadline's like 6 days away. I believe, is it 6 days away? I think it's 6 days away.
5 days away.
5 days away. I don't know. Okay. 5 days away. And I don't know if you guys have been following the trade deadline, tea leaves, but you've heard that the Knicks are interested in DeJounte Murray. Then they kind of backed off. It would seem like lukewarm. Then Ian said the really front runners were Alec Burks. But the really interesting thing about the rumors was how come the Knicks didn't really seem interested in Malcolm Brogdon? Because when you look at Malcolm Brogdon and what he brings, to me anyway, he looks like he checks off every single box that the Knicks need, right? Like he can be a backup point guard. He plays defense. He can shoot and catch and shoot. He can shoot off the dribble. He can play some two. He can play some one. He's also tall enough to defend twos. So it's like he fits every criteria where he can play in the second unit effectively and play in the first unit effectively. So in my mind, I'm like, how come every time Ian spoke, he always spoke about, well, the Knicks never really checked into Brogdon like that. And I started to wonder if this Klutch Sports thing had anything to do with it. But we will see now that this thing has smoothed over if that really makes a difference. Because of course, now that it's happened, a bunch of Klutch Sports guys are on that team, and maybe they'll be available right now. Because right now, who they have? Who's on Klutch? We got Murray, Levine, LeBron James, Malcolm Brogdon, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, none of these guys that really. Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton. Those are the guys who might be trade assets. So I'm really curious to see if there's any real domino effect from this Cold War. I don't know. What do you think, Ryan?
Well, the timing of it is weird because the fact that it's happening right before the trade deadline, and there were rumors that came out beforehand saying that the Knicks were looking at Clarkson, they were looking at Murray, they were looking at Brogdon, but then talks kind of died down. So, and these are all Klutch clients. So the fact that they hashed this out 5 days before the trade deadline, it does make it look suspicious, and it does lead you to believe that the Knicks, well, on their trade board, the Knicks are probably looking at those Klutch clients a bit more than other names that are out there. So this leads me to believe that the Knicks are either looking heavily at Clarkson, Brogdon, Murray. Like those are the top three, I think, right there. The Knicks are probably looking heavily at. And they're trying to decide between those three, like, which one they can bring in at the right price and things of that nature. But the fact that it happened 5 days before the trade deadline and there were rumors beforehand saying that the Knicks were looking at these players is leading me to believe that a deal might be close.
Interesting. Yeah, because it's the timing of you, because you're hearing stuff like you're hearing how Clarkson is interested in coming to the Knicks. You definitely heard that. We also the Lakers potential trade to the Hawks was interesting as well because they made it seem like there was some traction there. But when you look at what the Lakers really had to offer, it doesn't seem like it can get a deal done because they wanted to unload. Why am I forgetting the dude's name right now? D'Angelo Russell to get DeJounte Murray return, but D'Angelo Russell's contract is too long, so they didn't want that contract. So it's like it seemed like they were trying to find a third team, and I'm just like, dude, we can do that same thing and cleaner and faster if you want to give DeJounte to the Knicks. We can actually make that trade, facilitate that trade cleaner. Like it didn't even make sense to me that they would even talk to Lakers, but maybe that's like a bargaining shit. Maybe that's like I don't know. It just everything seems weird. And even just the fact that the Knicks just didn't talk to Portland at all was just weird. Extremely weird. But I'm interested to see where this goes and where this makes a difference. And I'm gonna be watching Ian Begley very closely to see if any talks between any of the Klutch clients start to heat up at all.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking, I don't know, do you have any preference between any of the Klutch clients that we mentioned?
Well, in the beginning it was Murray, but I think with the way the team is playing, I really don't want to mess with that chemistry too much in the starting lineup because part of the reason why the Knicks had that 9-game winning streak was because of the chemistry in that starting lineup. That starting lineup's chemistry is through the roof right now. So, and I know that if you bring in Murray, there's no way he's going to come off the bench because he's a starting point guard. You're going to have to slide him into that starting lineup. I don't know how it's going to affect the chemistry in that starting lineup when the chemistry is so good. So my preference right now is a backup point guard, and that would lead you to either Clarkson or Brogdon, but I would pick Brogdon over Clarkson just for the simple fact that he can shoot the rock. He can play make. You can put him at the 1 or the 2. He's like a combo guard. And I just think he's more versatile.
Yeah.
You could put him in like, different lineups and things of that nature, and he'll like fit in seamlessly. So
I agree.
Yeah, not saying that if the Knicks get Clarkson or Murray, I'm not going to be upset over it. I'm going to be like, well, it does give us that secondary playmaker that we need. So it fits a need, but I just think Brogdon at this point with the way the team is built is probably the best choice.
Yeah, he just fits more of the defensive culture that Tibbs has built over here, which is why ultimately I think I'll go with Brogdon. And plus, he's just a better overall 3-point shooter, which obviously we need if he was looking at the game today. So Clarkson is the baller though. Didn't really do well when we played against him in New York. It didn't seem like he wanted to audition. It looked like Sexton was trying to audition more than Clarkson was, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going with Brogdon. I'm going with Brogdon for sure. But if we end up with DeJounte, I'll embrace it and hope it works out. But I'm going with Brogdon for sure. But you guys already know that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'll be good with either three because it fills the need. I just think with the way the roster's set up, Brogdon fits the best, right?
Nah, for sure. Woo! And